Yeah, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the last Cloudia video. My name is DK, and today we're going to be going over the newest unit, Graphel. I do apologize, the video's taking a little bit. I had some stuff going on this week, but I did finally get to sit down today and kind of build her and kind of basically see what I wanted to do. My impression so far of her is that she's a lot of fun. She's a really good enabler, decent on earth damage. She's no Vayne, unfortunately, but that's not why we, kind of want her. Her enables, she enables a lot of damage to other earth characters, so that's why a lot of people kind of want to chase after. But as you can see, stat-wise, she's doing really well. Like I said, she's not Vayne kind of earth damage, but she does have a decent amount of damage, and she also can boost other earth units damage cap, which is a lot of fun. So Levi, Vayne, everybody. I mean, Vayne's hitting what, like 90k now, or even more, up to 100. So that's why she brings a lot to the table with her Sonic shoes. Looking real fresh. Love the sprite. Love the art. Probably this is my home screen right now, just because I love the way this looks. I never got a chance to get Millum from the slime collab, so I kind of feel like she reminds me of her. That's why I really like her. They were generous to give us another dupe, so we all should be at 92 if you manage to pull her. She is going to be a soldier type, but went ahead to have a max bore. We have maxed out on levels, which doesn't mean much. But I did have to wait a little bit on the awaken. I did want to do the review with her like missing at least having her at 4 awaken. Getting there was kind of rough because I had to wait for the dailies and whatnot. I'm not big on soul farming, so but anyways, we do have, like I said, stats look really good. Look at the HP, almost at 9k. We have a good solid MP because I did throw some MP on her. As far as her SCR goes, that is and I'll show you how, but this is amazing. Even with her stats completely removed, she's still above, I think, like 2500 on FCR. So boosting her is just, really great. I wanted to see if I could do it without Slayers. Now you can build her without Slayers, but you will need a small debuffer like maybe Gen or just somebody to debuff the defense and M&D a little bit. I mean, you can do two different things. You can spend the SC on the, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not gonna be running her solo, right? So you definitely want to have somebody that's gonna lower some kind of defense. For me it'll be Gen. So Gen's an amazing character since the day he came out. I love having Gen on my squad. And as you can see, defense is really solid at 1703, INT at 1629, but it does get boosted a little bit higher when the game starts, and we'll go over in-game stats whenever she's fully ready to go. MND at 1358. So overall, solid character. She only has a weakness to fire. Everything we have ice neutral, 20 to earth, 20 to lightning, neutral to light, neutral to dark. I do have all of her paids because it kind of is a great time to get paids, especially if you're doing the $100 UR banner. Man, I should do a video on that probably later on. But I went ahead and got her paids. They're really solid paids, and we'll go over those as well. Now for ailment resistance, we are neutral to poison, nil to blind, silence res, curse nil, stun nil, and we are weak to illness. So illness is kind of a difficult one because she does proc pretty well off Proud Force. Now when she does get, it's kind of rare you get kind of illness these days, so I don't know, that's not too bad. But I'm really happy that we did manage to get the curse nil, the stun nil, and the blind nil, because we definitely don't want her to miss. We definitely want her to attack on both ends, right? Because curse and nil suck. Now moving on to her abilities. Now my favorite skill is going to be definitely S1, just because of its range. It's not full map or anything like that, but she's got to do a little bit of run up. But it's a nice frontal medium earth combo attack. Very decent on hits, ranged. It kind of gets the flow going. She does have an instant gap closer with her S3. I do like to start off, once I finish blowing off all of the S1s, start off with the S3 to kind of get you in the fight. And then of course S2. A lot of her moves are kind of linky, but it's not that, big of a deal. But we've already seen, video of her, so we don't need to really talk too much about that. But I just want to kind of go over what her strengths are and her attacks. I definitely believe her S1's a lot of fun, and then S3 and then S2 for sure. Of course, S4 is probably one of the coolest ones because you get a close up of her chibi. Or her sprite. People are kind of calling it chibi because you kind of see her small face in the animation. So that's really cool. Now for traits, I don't want to spend too much time on these. Now, we have already read them. We talked about them in the previous video, but we do want to know that on her Fist of Magic, we do greatly boost earth damage based on her INT, and that's the build it's going to be on. I went ahead and ignored the Pursuit build this time around. I know, the Pursuit build. I went ahead and ignored it, and it's kind of subbed out for big numbers. Consistency. Now that's what I want. Now the reason why I wanted consistency is I wanted to really test out if we had to use Slayers. Now, like I said, you don't have to use Slayers if you don't want to, but you will need someone to debuff the enemy. That's going to help out dramatically. After messing with the character, I know I made a big old rant about her not her charisma, but her thing where or Fist of Magic, basically, where you have to toggle it off and on. I went ahead and left it on. Where is it at? Self healing, sharp eyes, Graphel technique, right here. Tantivy, battle start, auto cast. Now, at first, I was kind of like, I'm not used to not getting back procs from Goddess Kiss, right? So I was like, man, I need to turn this off, and I'll just activate when I need to be. Don't worry about turning this off, because when your MP hits 0, it'll turn it off itself, and then you can go ahead and get your MP back and then reactivate it. I went ahead and went for a build to try and maintain the MP throughout the fight, but with not spending too much SC, more concentrating on consistency and damage. I do have a Slayer in here. I have tested both. They work great. But since I'm doing this solo, I went ahead and put the Slayer in here. When I run Gin, I could take the Slayer out and use the MP for SC for something else. So first, I want to start off. We have MP up 1. Not a big deal. Attack up 3. Actually, before we get into this, let's talk about the equipment, because this is going to play a big factor in what I'm doing here. So since I do have all of the equipment, when one weapon is equipped, Earth physical damage is plus 30% and damage cap plus 3k. Special damage cap plus 5k. But here's the thing. So like, I never really, it's rare that we get any kind of physical damage percentage that high in a weapon. So this weapon alone is so good, high value. If you did manage to do like a UR pull, you're kind of waiting to see what you want to pull or what kind of weapon you want to get. I would probably go with the weapon first. 30% is really big. You also get, the nice damage cap. It's not okay, single willed, it's not that nice. 3k is not a lot. It should have been 5. Let's be real here. It should have been 5, but 3 is fine. We also do have a special damage cap. Honestly, if it was flipped, I probably would have liked it more. 3k to special, 5k to damage. Might have changed things a little bit on that, but solid. We don't have a lot, and oh man, and a crit rate, right? It should have been a crit. I'm being too picky. The next thing we do have is Swift Guard. Continuous Grand Brave, which is 35% to SCR. She does get MP plus 20%. Cut damage taken based on how low the unit's MP. So when you do lose that MP, and you will, you do get a nice little boost in defense. So you do get, you cut your damage based on how low it is. So if it's at 0, you're going to get 30%, right? At 0 MP. So it kind of helps her survive while your Goddess Kiss procs. That's why I thought this great paid. Her paids are just fantastic. Now for Tutor Toy, now she does come with some decent MND. So I went ahead and pulled 10% of the MND, and then 50% of the subtracted went to INT, because she scales off of INT, off her Fist of Magic, and that is where she gets a lot of damage. Once the Fist of Magic kind of runs out, there is a really significant dip in her damage. So therefore, that's why her Goddess Kiss is so important. You definitely want to make sure you maintain that that buff as much as possible. I have managed to do plenty of boss fights and multiplayer without losing all my MP, but in some cases it does. I will demonstrate some things, especially damage wise. But this is why I went with this. I'm kind of leaning more towards, like I said, I'm kind of excited to pull INT right now, just because of like all the boosts. She has really high SCR, so pulling percentages into physical damage is really fun for me. The next thing we have is the Statues of Mighty. This was on, I believe, Dr. Stone arc. This was battle start. You subtract 5% INT and then add it to STR. So I want to maintain her STR because we have so much percentages coming in from Thaumaturgy Ring. From the we also have her trait. I mean, we have a lot of percentages coming in from that. So I want to boost her STR as much as possible. So like I said, it's kind of, everything's kind of working together with this. Now, it's not the perfect build. It's not the meta build, but this is just what it works for me most, majority of the time. So as long as it's working for me, it should work for y'all. Now, if you do see some things that you want to add in the comments below, different kinds of builds, please, you can build all types of ways with this unit. Like if you're going to do pursuit build, it's going to be way different than what I'm doing now. I'm just going for consistency and it works. First, we're going to talk about this. We have attack up 3, more SCR, just had a random SC. I think I could probably use Time to Kick Some Ass from the Devil May Cry. I'll probably throw that on instead of this, but I didn't learn it yet, so we'll go with that because this is pretty general arc, basic STR. She does come with Arcane 4, Heroism 3, Critical 3. I did opt out for the criticals. Like I said, I'm not doing Pursuit, so although the Proud Force would help on the healing, but she heals just fine, so we'll leave it at that. She does come with Advanced Aim Vitals, Proud Force, like I said. For those heals, we have illusion, chance for evading. Now this is where I decided if I'm doing it solo, this is the Slayer you would do. So I'm going to be testing on an insect. So I went ahead and added the insect Slayer because she does come with divinity. So insect's not in here. It's just God, dragon, spirit, and undead. So, and she does come with special boost. So it's not that big of a deal to add that extra percentage right there. The next thing I do, I fast aura because again, we want more INT because that's what she's scaling off of on our trait 1. Fast metis, more M&D, so I can pull from this stuff over here. We have fast protection, auto crit, fast speed. I think I might want to do, let's see, fast metis, protection, fort. I might want to do fort. I'm not too sure yet. Speed just to help her out a little bit. Auto crit comes on it. But yeah, fort might be too good. If you want to do fort, if you're having trouble surviving, yeah, I love the auto sets, man. I've been using these a lot just because matches don't really last more than 40 seconds. So for 2SC, getting, 20% is pretty nice. I'm not going to be using any Grand Braves or Auto Braves or anything like that because she has Grand Brave on her paid coat. So that's why I opted off for that. Now for here, there's two options for this. So we have Earth Drive, Earth High Drive, Earth Mega, Earth Attack Raise, and Earth Attack Raise 3. Now, the reason why I'm using this is because I rather have a consistent 30% to Earth. We'll kind of look at this real quick. Did I lose it? I did lose it. I rather have a 30% to physical and special, and then I get an extra 2K, because normally I run... where is it? Right here, giant killing 2. Now this is going to be on the Holy War arc, so if a lot of you guys grabbed Holy War this time around for the guaranteed UR, this is a good opt out for if you don't have the Earth or Mega Drive, Mega Boost. What is that? I forgot what that damn thing's called. All these Mega Drive. There we go. So yeah, if you don't have Earth Mega Drive, you can definitely opt out for the giant killing 2. Same cap. But this one is going to be skill only to bosses, which is, very important in my opinion. So definitely either one on those. And everything else is here is on a free kit, which her free kit's pretty good. And we did have some issues when we first saw her trailer video, but nothing too crazy. Pose of Glory, recovering SCT. This is really nice. Pirate Feast, of course. I like to have my Pirate's Feast, guys. Goddess Kiss. Now, really great when magic is off. Fist of Magic is off. This does not do shit when it's on. So if you're gonna be, and that's important. Whenever you're using her at first, you're definitely gonna want to go all out with her in the very beginning with her active or battle start ability, Fist of Magic, and then once it runs out to 0, that's when your Goddess Kiss is gonna take priority. And so don't reactivate it again whenever you get like 50 MP, 60 MP there. Make sure you fill up the whole bar because she should her returns pretty well. It's pretty good. So it's definitely worth. Thaumaturgy Ring. So I like this because we're boosting physical attack based on INT. I have her high STR. So pulling, yeah, we're just helping out with more physical damage. There was somebody reported a bug on this. I wasn't probably around for that error, but I did take it off. Tested it, she did poorly, put it back on, she was fine again. So maybe they fixed it in like a silent patch, I'm not too sure, but it's working for me. She does come with blessed speed, which is really good. We definitely don't want to pay for that. Fighter's Insight, I love this. Both Claw and Close are equipped. FCR 100%, close defense and MD plus 50%. Like, dude, she's just stacked. Favorite sword, always great, 10k, physical 30. Claw High Boost, I would definitely 100% recommend putting this on her. It's on a general arc. 20% attack power, crit power plus 20%. So you definitely don't need any more additional. You shouldn't need to put on any kind of vitals. So just make sure you're running your critical hit power there, and then this should take care of the rest. So don't waste your SC on that other stuff. The next thing we have is where are we at? Close Mega Boost. So this is really good. Glad it's free. Close Boost. 3 SC, defense and MD plus 5%. Physical, yeah, that's great. I'll take it. Close Mega Boost, really solid. Armor HP plus. Armor equipped HP plus 15%. We have skill 1 breakthrough. Now I like this just because it's an extra 1k at 2 SC, so I will take that. I like her S1 the most, so I chose to do stock 1. Purple Orb to help all of her skills overall plus 1. Quick Trigger, really nice to start off with a random SCT stock. She does come with the Downwell Spirit, really good. I went ahead and added Sharp Eyes. It's just to help her cap. There's no reason not to have it, especially since she has Goddess Kiss, and her return is really good once the Fist of Magic is off. I went ahead and did not use Berserker this time around. It's just really annoying to see her health constantly dropping because at the end of the day, if something does go bad, she can get flinched out pretty hard out of her attacks. So I don't want to like get flinched out of an S3 and then lose health right after. You know, and that's why I kind of went with this build specifically. I think it maintaining her damage output while maintaining her defensive side. She was actually able to tank pretty well against some hard hitting bosses like Bahamut and the Worm in the new arc. So that's kind of been my for Earth enemies. I kind of been going toward that route, testing it out in that area. We have when equipped as, what is it, Graphel Claw Technique. Oh, I love this thing. When equipped with a single claw, STR 40%, physical attack damage cap 12k. This thing is solid. And then we have Essence of Graphel Arts. Now this is chance to instant kill, which doesn't matter really, because it doesn't really do anything to arena and bosses. When skill Graphel Claw Technique is set and only one weapon is equipped with a claw, SCR 20% and physical damage cap plus 6k. So these two work hand in hand together. Make sure you always have them activated. Now this is my controversy. When I first saw her, I was like, oh, we're taking this crap off. I decided to leave it on. It works because you want to do some burst damage in the beginning. So it works once you hit that 0. Make sure that you activate your Fist of Magic. So that will help you out with your damage because that is a big thing. Let's see, where are we at? Continuous MP regeneration effect, really nice. Doesn't do a lot when Fist of Magic is on. Adamantium when near death defense and M&D plus 30% based on how low HP. Now I've seen her tank some pretty hard hits with this, so this is awesome. Really cool. I love the art on this. So hopefully we'll start to see this maybe on a UR arc later on, because this is definitely going to be awesome for arena. Self-healing, we have continuous HP regeneration effect, gradually restore HP, heal one random basic status ailment every 20 seconds. So solid. I will take that all day. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Now I know those are a lot of things that people don't have, but this is working for me. I don't have any issues. Oh, Fist of Magic right here. Give unit Fist of Magic buff, FOM buff active. You get continuous cut MP, which it can be pretty drastic. And greatly cut MP recovery amount. Now this just basically ruins Goddess kits. It's a dead skill while this is active, guys. Just make sure you're concentrating on, when you're playing her, make sure you're watching your MP. Your MP is going to be the most important thing when you're using her. As soon as that thing hits 0, start heading towards the Goddess Kiss time, or Goddess Kiss procs. And so Fist of Magic real quick before we move on to the actual showcase. This gives a Fist of Magic buff, FOM basically is what they're going to call it. Continuously cut MP and greatly cut MP recovery amount. Now this is it's a lot. It's like 1 MP on procs. Don't even try to do it. Concentrate on doing damage while this is active. And then when you hit that 0, go ahead and then, you know, make sure you activate this again, because it will dissipate after you hit that 0 MP. Make sure you use your Goddess Kiss to regain your lost MP and then reactivate Fist of Magic if it does come to that. Normally, you know, MP fights don't last that long unless it's like a big fight. You know, she does pretty well. So in that case, this is when you reactivate it. But we do have, I'm actually starting to really like it. I was like a little kind of irritated with it at first because I'm never not been able to Goddess Kiss proc. So it's like, you know, it's kind of weird. With this one, we have Blue Sky Charisma, all allies, Earth skill, special damage, plus 20%, and then you get your damage cap plus 2k, only while unit is alive. Like I said, she doesn't have any really issues. She doesn't have any issues in the dying department. So the dying department, she's really good. She maintains health. She maintains her defensive side. I think she's great. Like I said, I know a lot of people are probably wondering to know, like, is she broken? Is she worth like going crazy over? No, she's not broken. She's just a really fun unit. Has some really cool enablers. I do really like what she brings to the table as far as my Earth units. I will probably do some showcases on the units that I really like that are Earth, that she does help out a little bit. And maybe we'll talk about it here because we're at like, what, 21 minutes? We want to make this video too long. So going on to the showcase part, we can go ahead and test out. So we have her. Like I said, we're not doing we're not doing criticals, so we are just going to go ahead and bring her by herself. We're not going to be, we're just doing Slayer. We're not going to do any kind of lowering resistances. We're not going to be lowering their defense or anything like that. So this worm is, we do have a Slayer on, but it is 40% resistance to Earth. Now, if you guys watched my Yuri showcase, he was really, he performed here pretty rough. is a pretty rough performance from him. With her, it's actually not bad. So we do have, let's go ahead and activate. This has already been active because I have the battle start. Let's go ahead and activate the charisma, and then we'll go ahead and charge. Now we're just looking for a consistent cap here. As you can see, no issues. Whites are capping. Yeah, see, and you can see my MP still hasn't, it's slowly going down. Not bad. We're gonna have some good survivability here. A lot of stuff activating here at the end. So yeah, see. So solo, you know, as you can, if you remember the Yuri video, that dude did not handle this well at all. So it's pretty fun to see her, you know, do, you know, very well. Vayne does very well here too, though. So no, single wolf for the win, right? No, but seriously, she's pretty fun. Now that was with the Slayer and everything else active. Now we can go ahead and bring in, now we can take off, let's say you don't want to use a Slayer or you don't have the SC because, you know, you need to concentrate on other things. We do have, what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and remove the Slayer. And we'll see how she performs without it. We'll just remove it. We won't add anything additional. So we'll go ahead and remove the Slayer. We'll keep her the same. And then after this, we'll talk about her enablers. Now, I don't want to go too crazy on this video. We're already hitting 23 minutes on this. I don't want to go nuts. Now, I'm going to try to just hit one attack here. Hopefully, it's S1 perfect. So S1, as you can see, we only cap on crits. So that's an issue. We definitely, yeah, no. That's why the Slayer is kind of important. So her crit side, she caps really well. She has a lot of those critical percentages. Super nice. Now we're going to go ahead and take in Gen. Now Gen is my debuffer. So we'll go ahead and find, he should be right here somewhere. There he is. Now Gen is my debuffer. And we'll actually get some skills activated too. So what we'll do here is we will debuff his defense. And I will give myself Honey Elixir so that we can kind of burst damage down. So we'll do super bad. Right there. And then we'll do, and remember, we're not using a Slayer here. So we'll do Honey Elixir. And then we will, and then we're still weak. We're still weak to earth. Okay, great. So now we're again, consistency is there still. Yeah, we're dropping it a little bit, but nothing too much. But as you can see here, she's doing great. And her damage is, look at that. Took no damage this time around. Unlike last time, she almost died. Again, you're not gonna be running her by herself, right? But since she's constantly getting flinched out, it's kind of an issue, right? So it sucks. So let's see. Now let's do one more test. Let's do a test where she doesn't get flinched. Now we all know what to do there. Oh, Ryvern. Yeah, I can't wait for him to come out again, guys. He's gonna be so sick. I also did test her against Bahamut. I was able to solo Bahamut very easily. She took damage well. She she had a good damage output. So I don't really need to show that one too much. But maybe we can. Let me see. Let's do one more with we can put the Slayer back on, right? Because I mean, I'm gonna be running Slayers on her anyways. There's no real reason to do anything else, unless you want to put it on health. I mean, we could put it on health, right? But like I said, I'm going for consistency. I don't want any issues with with that. All right, so on the last test we're gonna do here, as you can see, she performs really well with the debuff and the Slayers. So we can go ahead and take this out real quick, and let's go ahead and use her as an enabler. Now, I will use Vayne. I will use all Earth units, so we can use Vayne, and let's use Granatus. Where are you, Granatus? And then we'll use another Granatus, so that these guys don't really attack. Let's see, we'll do that. We'll take another round, and then you know what we're gonna do here? We're gonna go ahead and take off her this, and we're gonna put on Elder Key Mask so she doesn't attack. Where is it? I have it on standby. There it is. So this is going to make sure that she doesn't use any skills. We're going to go ahead and hit continue. Let's make sure my Vayne has at least a weapon on him, because that's what one thing I always forget to do. Yeah, he at least has a weapon. Okay, great. So these guys shouldn't be really attacking. She's going to enable almost, I think 16k is what it is on her. Here we go. On her charisma. So that's why a lot of people want to use her, is because of this charisma. The enabler is insane. It will bring Vayne up quite a bit. So we're going to use this enabler. She is going to attack, and we'll take Vayne out. And then we'll go almost 90k. And this is me not even putting on the rest of the enablers. Like, as you can see, annihilate the boss. And that's why a lot of people are claiming to go after. Yeah, this is good. Pretty nasty. So as you can see, she brings a lot to the table when it comes to Earth users. So that's why I like her. You know, because I'm a big fan of Levi. Vayne is becoming one of my favorite characters. Very slowly here, right? So damn good. Even look at this guy. We're doing 300, which is pretty insane on crit. We're not gonna be able to kill him, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, it's part of the story. So we're not gonna go for the kill on that one. But overall, I have done some testing in Arena. That's what a lot of people were kind of excited for. No, that's probably for another video, honestly. But she is pretty decent in Arena. Not what we expected. I think if people don't have Vayne, she'll be a good filler for now. But you know, at the end of the day, Vayne is number one in Arena for me right now. But overall, I really like the unit. Is she worth like going crazy over? Of course not. Just because she's DOH, you know, she'll be around again in another banner, UR banner. We have the anniversary rolling around in a couple months, so you know, at the end of the day, you'll have another chance to get her. So don't go too crazy. We have something probably right around the corner. We probably have another collab. So you know, don't go too nuts on her. But overall, I do rate her probably like I said, I think in the video I said like an 8.8. I think an 8.9 is a pretty good, just because let's kind of go over her kit real quick one more time. Why I give her such a pretty, I feel like that's a high rating for this unit. 8.99 even, I would even say. She's a great enabler. You could definitely use her Arena. I mean, the stats kind of speak for it all. There's more than one way to build her, so her fun factor is really high. Now, when I take into account, you know, giving someone a rating, like I take into account everything: fun factor, design, kit, Arena, you know, all that kind of stuff. But so I definitely want to give her like 8.9, solid 9. I think she's really good. Like I said, on her pays are so damn good. I know that's not really a reason to rate a unit, but at the end of the day, still really good. So yeah, if you guys like today's video, please like and subscribe, and follow me on my next video. There should be one. I think I'm gonna do Melee. It's been a little bit. It's past Christmas, but whatever, right? We'll do Melee as the next showcase. So if you guys want to check that out, it should be up in a couple of days. So thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.